just so you know, like, these ones are really horrible. I was scraping the bottom of the barrel, and it was either this or get a bunch of like smug Redditors in Ottawa making stupid horn honking ones. So you're gonna get what you're gonna get, guys. Speaking of not learning it the hard way, and if you think that's just cherry picking, I got a bunch of these. I think we're only gotten like 2 or 3, but like, look at this one. Typical. I can't express my emotions without a goddamn copyright Usher song in the background. Well, at least you know the lyrics to the song. Look at that. I mean, that's kind of like, you know, in the movie, like at the end of Cowboy Bebop, I'm making an anime reference here. I know, but trust me, we'll still do alpha male stuff at the end of this. At the end where he's like going off to fight, and he knows he's going to die, but he's like, no, but that's something I got to do. This is kind of like the dating equivalent of the ending of Cowboy Bebop, minus the really cool sword and gunfight at the end. Just saying. And like, that's the worst part too. Like, she's almost 30. I mean, she looks 40, but she's almost 30. And it's just like, actually, you know what it is? There. I actually, sometimes I'm at a loss for words in these things. Here's what it is. Everybody's like, where have all the good men gone? All the guys are like, women ain't shit. And everybody's wondering why everybody's miserable and unhappy. Let me let you in on a little secret. And it's not because of the West or China or birth control or hypergamy or any of that nonsense. It's simple statistics. If you're good at a relationship, you don't have any, you know, horrible mental issues in that, you tend to get in a relationship early. You know, you date your high school sweetheart. You date around a little bit in your 20s, and then you settle down with a guy before 25. Like, you're basically off the market earlier. And there's a lot of girls that, you know, are absolutely horrible, but they're, you know, they're good at locking down a guy like this one here. She's like probably got married at 18, 19, 20. So all of these people are off the market. And then by the time, if you're dating girls that are like 30, you're finding all the girls who couldn't find men at their absolute hottest time of their life. Imagine that. And then wonder why guys ask themselves, why are women so horrible? It's like, it's because you're at the bar at 2:45. They just called last call. The lights are coming on and you're desperately looking around. Where can I find me a hot waifu? And then all that left is that one girl there that calls you a sweetheart and says you can play Xbox with her son. Are you surprised? I wouldn't be surprised. And here's the worst part. Then as you get older, the first group, the subset of them that were no good at it, but still managed to get locked down against all odds and better sense, they got divorced now. So not only were they bad at relationships, but now they're 20 years out of practice. So now you got to have like double dip into the crazy pool. But that's the thing here. I mean, kudos to her for kind of catching on. But I will say this, she was wearing a skirt and a denim jacket. It's like such 80s vibes. And I know this is probably going to be aging myself, but I remember seeing like my mom and my older, like that whole generation when they got divorced, there's like this brand new divorced outfit that everybody had to get, where it was ripped denim jeans, a leather jacket, and a fresh perm. And I don't know how to describe it, but it just smells like gin and tonic, you know? Gin and tonic and flavored vodka. Poor things. But I don't feel too bad. Let them cope. They want to cope. Let them cope. Hey, speaking of let them cope. You want to know the difference between men and women? It's like if a man can't get nobody, he's like, man, I ain't shit. That's okay. And if a girl can't get nobody, she's like, well, nobody's good enough. That's the problem. It's just so weird to see like so many similarities between 40-year-old spinsters and 20-year-old MGTOWs and black pill guys. Like, always inflated standards. I will say this though, like the incels don't bother to clean themselves up and look good, and a lot of them are out of shape. Not all of them. There's somebody who can be, oh, black pill 420. I work out every day. Okay, not you, but all the other ones. But a lot of those guys like don't stay in shape and then wonder why they can't get a woman. And then a lot of these girls, they do get in shape. They like go anorexic and they still can't get one. So I mean, like, say what you will about being an incel, but like there's some effort you could throw in and probably make like a major life change. Who knows? But then again, could be worse. Remember when I was talking to you before about the ones that they got into a relationship against better sense, but they just suck at them anyway? Here's what I'm talking about. Let's put it in visual form. Of course it's copyright again, so just hum something. There was a table of these ones. That was literal Sex in the City with like 3 Samanthas right there doing the dumbest stuff. Dude, there's a saying. I don't know if you know this one, but it's a girl would rather share a guy, a top tier dude, than be saddled with a loyal dude who's not as good. Like a alpha beta, whatever. I don't want to use the alpha male thing because everybody's run that into the ground. It's cringe as hell. It's almost as cringe as sticking with a dude after he tries to marry somebody else. Like, I don't before the guy gets married. I think you have to join up after, but I don't know. I didn't read the rules. Let me know in the chat which way it's supposed to work. Are you allowed to be a preemptive matrix? Is like the prequels to Sex and the City? I don't know. But yeah, like, where do you think these girls are going to be? Like, they're probably young right now. Let's say they're 25. And how long are they going to stick around? Probably a while. Probably until they realize there's no hope, plus 10 days. By the way, the dog shadow behind me is a little creepy. A little creepy. They're going to get to be 30, 32, whatever, and they're going to be angry. Not at themselves for doing stupid things, but angry at you for not being as good as that guy that strung them along. And I'm just like, I have a feeling these are the exact same girls that spend all day on like Tumblr and Reddit talking about how female dating strategy is better and red pill guys don't know what they're talking about. And I'm telling you right now, like, the votes are in. They've been tallied. Simon has said his mean stuff. And guess who's going to the next round? Probably the red pill guys. At least the good ones. Not the White Claw Miami types, but whatever. You got a double header about those girls that got into a relationship and don't know what they're doing? Here, enjoy it. Hey, copyright. Hum your favorite tune. Have you ever, in the history of ever, never, ever, have you ever thought, I had herpes? Maybe I can turn this into 500 likes on Instagram or TikTok. I never did. I never did. But there it is. Not only is the chick like, I'm going to tell a great story about how I got herpes. He's also going to say the story about how she was embarrassed by the guys. Like, how do you not know everybody has this? Like, I'm here to tell you. No, they don't. No, they don't. There is so many things you can do that don't involve barebacking that can keep you from getting herpes. Not sleeping with crackheads. Not sleeping with a dude that's got 30 chicks in his harem. I don't know. Not wifing up a single mom with herpes would be a nice way of doing it too. It's just weird. It's like, everybody's talking about red flags, like red flags. If a girl has colored hair, if she doesn't wear a skirt, if she's got her makeup wrong, if her hair's short, and all these things. Here's a good red flag. Does she brag about getting herpes? If so, that lets you know a lot about her. It lets you know, A, she's reckless and irresponsible, and B, I don't know what medical long-term effects there are, but everybody's worried that COVID's going to kill you. I'm pretty sure herpes and the hep and that, I'm sure they have an effect too. Somebody in the chat, is anybody a doctor? Can somebody give me some doctorly advice on herp chicks? I don't know. Here's actually something that's worse than that. It's worse than an STD. I want you guys to see something. There are 2 things. Obviously, you're meant, like, there's a reason that text right there was magically placed at the proper vantage point to completely avoid the quality of that tattoo. Where's the clavicle? You guys see a clavicle? I don't see a clavicle. Did you ever wonder why it is guys reject physical intimacy? And it's not because low T. It's not because of addiction to porn. Everybody tells themselves that, but I already told you, everybody lies to women their whole lives. Do you know what it is? We need to see a clavicle. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Health at any clavicle. There you go. So why'd she stay in that relationship? Well, she stayed because that was her best option. Hypergamous best option. Here's the thing. I ask this question and nobody ever answers. They always like completely ignore it when it comes up. But I always say, What relationship do you think is going to last longer? A relationship where a guy desperately wants to make it work, but a girl's checked out? Or a relationship where a guy doesn't give a shit and a girl's super invested? Now, if there's any doubts, I want you to look at this one right now. This girl willingly put herself in a dead bedroom situation because she was into that guy. In fact, she would do everything it took to try and keep him, except for run on a treadmill, which, to be fair, treadmills are awful hard on the joints, especially when you're packing that much extra clavicle. So maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. Is that mean? Probably. But like, it's a self-inflicted prison. And I could just pull up 3 more TikToks from her channel and watch her treating men like absolute trash. So I don't feel too bad about it. It's just mean-spirited people going mean-spirited. But I've been showing you guys a lot of the outcome of these poor decisions. Why don't you hold a women like here? You want to see it? Here, happening live. First time on this channel. You'll never see this happen before. Yes, it's copyrighted because you can't have an emotion without Usher playing, but 3 months, starting over, 29. She should watch my out-of-pocket TikTok about the girl that was dating the 40-year-old guy and didn't want to be a roommate or whatever. I think that Panda Yoda could solve all of her problems. But like, she gets it. Now, I don't know what Buddy did, but this is her best shot. She's like, bam, I'm cashing out. It's good. And whatever he did, probably knocked up a girl or left her. I don't even know. Not that it really matters. But again, how can you feel super bad about people when they decide to have a real, genuine emotion, really genuinely like feel bad about this stuff? And then they're like, you know what I need? I need some validation from it. Like, don't feel bad. The market's the way it is. It's going to work the way it works. Yeah, sorry you didn't get a husband. Sorry you didn't get 2 kids. But hey, your account just hit 10,000 yesterday. Congratulations. See what I mean? Everybody's talking about this being a dystopic state. It's a win-win scenario. So here, enjoy yourselves, guys. Again, don't take these too seriously. Don't go harassing the TikTok people. Let them have some fun. We're sitting here having some good, wholesome fun at other people's expense. And that's what they want, because any attention is good attention. I will catch you on the next one of these, though. Cheers.